Hey,
Hey, how are you?
good. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It looks like we already have a ton of people that are in here telling you happy birthday already.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Today's been an awesome, relaxing day. I actually try to take my birthday off of work every year because, it's my birthday. I don't want to have to work for somebody else on that
Right?
day. So, thank you, Roy.
We
Thank
got
you, IC86.
IC86 saying happy birthday. Slapshot saying happy birthday. We got Mike Franklin
Oh,
saying good evening, happy birthday. It is so great. Look at all your friends.
wow. Thank you
CJ
all.
Jackson singing to ya.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. I have had a lot of birthday love today, kind of overwhelming, but I definitely appreciate each and every one of them, and each and every one has
Sugar Kitty's
done it.
here. Meow.
Aw.
And Bourbon Baller, cheers, ladies, and happy
Ah,
birthday.
cheers.
We have Mrs. Independent Joe. Happy birthday is in order.
Aw.
Agreed.
Thank you, Mrs. Independent Joe. Thanks for being here.
And cool 62 Chev is here saying happy
Awesome.
birthday.
Thank you.
So glad everybody came to join us tonight for the birthday stream. We got lots of surprises coming on.
Absolutely.
We got Whiskey Wars.
Thanks for joining.
Cheers, Whiskey Wars. Bourbon is here and says the party doesn't start till Jen walks in.
Thanks, Mervin. Awesome.
Jared W says happy birthday, Jen.
Thanks, Jared.
Whiskey Nose is here, says happy birthday, Jen.
Thank you.
And Jerry Black also says happy birthday. Good to see you, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
John T's here to wish you a happy birthday, too.
Thanks for everyone for coming out. Appreciate it.
Sugar Kitty can't stay long, but that's okay. We appreciate her showing up. Or him.
Absolutely.
Gosh, I always do that. I'm so sorry.
Thank you for showing up and being here. Definitely appreciate it.
IC86 wants to know that you're 21 and you can now drink whiskey legally, so we don't have to worry
Yes.
about that anymore.
Finally, that legality's out of the way.
Pinch
Aw.
Hitter is putting on his DJ headphones for you.
Oh, awesome. Nice. I'll take some tunes.
We do have some special guests joining us tonight in just a few minutes, by the way. We've got Scott Pigsley here as well.
Thanks, Scott.
Average Drinker says happy birthday.
Thanks, Dara. We're happy you're here.
And Mike Stahl is also happy you can drink with us legally now.
Yes. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
Lisette F. Best babies are born in January.
That is absolutely true.
Just celebrated on the 13th, it sounds like.
Yay, January babies.
We have Old Man Joe is here as well. Whiskey
Thank you.
Mountains joins us and says, please hit the like on the way in.
Thank you, Adriana. Glad you're here.
Yes, do please hit the like. It helps our channel quite a bit.
Absolutely.
So, real quick, it looks like there's someone here that wanted to join us for your birthday stream. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our special guest.
What's up?
Hey, Shayla. Thanks for being here.
Happy birthday. Hey, let's have a little cheers.
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 All right.
So we have Shayla from Whiskey Central joining us.
Hi, guys.
Shayla, I'm so glad you could make it. Thanks for coming in and celebrating with us.
Oh, for sure. Thanks for inviting me. I was so nervous because I usually come in a little bit early to do like a tech check, and I was like, oh God, hopefully my mic is working and everything's okay. So I'm really glad you guys can hear me right now.
You sound great. Everything's
stressful.
Oh, cool. I'm glad. That's
Whiskey
awesome.
Shits ladies here.
Nice. Nice for showing up, Roxanne.
What's up?
Jason from the Mash and Drum showed up to say hello and celebrate the birthday with us.
Yes, I
thanks,
saw some of
Jason.
his Hood. I think he was with Hood Sommelier tonight, and I didn't get to watch everything because I was getting ready for this stream. But I'm excited to watch that on the way back, the replay. So
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the replay on that as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to see how that went.
Prescription Bourbon says hello to Shayla. Stella says cheers.
Oh, that's awesome. Man, you guys have so many people in. It's like kind of late tonight.
It's wonderful.
That's awesome.
It's great because it's a good slot because West Coast is still early. East
Yep.
Coast, we're still up, we're still hanging out. So
Not
it's a
too
good
late.
background. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you guys are in Florida, is that right? Or
Yes. I'm in Florida.
Okay. Cool.
I'm in Idaho.
And you're in Idaho, yeah.
Yes.
So you're near my mom.
Oh, where's your mom at?
She's in Yakima, Washington. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
kind of close, like on that side, but yeah.
Okay. What are you drinking, Shayla?
So I've got Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, and then I've got a little bit. I didn't want to start with cast strength, so I've got Maker's Mark cast strength, 46 cast strength in the just kind of on deck. So
Those are both great.
Very
I
nice.
really like the 46 cast strength.
yeah, I like. So I tried Maker's just the regular, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this. And then I tried some other weeder samples, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to give this another shot. So I tried 46, and I really enjoyed that. And then my husband actually found a 46 cast strength, and he was like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love that one.
Nice. I am actually starting out with the Michter's Toasted Barrel Finish.
Ooh,
Nice.
So,
nice.
yes, I really enjoy it. It's already open, so I took
That's
a
awesome.
little.
I started out with some Elijah Craig 18. Then I have a couple things on standby here that we'll just see how the night goes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I only have 2 so far, but like you said, we'll see how the night goes.
Oh, you're getting a lot of comments on your wonderful shirt, Shayla. Do you want to show that
Chug
shirt
Live,
off?
Chug Live, Livewire Whiskey guys represent.
Nice.
I just love this shirt. I just feel like I'm definitely not a gangster, but I just feel like a gangster when I'm wearing this. So I'm like, yes, I have to buy this. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's some shirts out there that when you get them, you're like, this is exactly what I wanted.
Yes, yeah. So I want to get a Proofy Bitch shirt also, but I didn't have enough time because I found out about the Proofy Bitch shirts on a live stream with Cheech. And it was like right before I was leaving, and I was like, no! So next time I'm going to get one. I'm so excited. That's going to be like my travel shirt.
Nice.
That'll be a good one.
So people are like, what the hell? Oh, that's awesome.
Lone Wanderer Noah is saying hello from Southwest Washington.
Yep. So he's going to actually help me with my 5K giveaway. He's actually going to pick up a bottle for me. I'm going to pay him and everything, but he's actually picking it up because it's way cheaper for him to get booze than it is for me to get booze.
Wow, really? Oh, yeah, because he's on the border. That's right.
Yep. Yeah, otherwise Washington is just, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know.
It's insane. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
You're at Disney World. Nice. I hope you're having a great time. That's
What's up,
awesome.
Black?
Jeffrey Wax stopping in while he's at Disney World.
I know.
That's love.
I feel very important right now.
Dedication. That's awesome. OG, original gangster. Yeah. So don't
Exactly.
you know? Obviously.
I'm looking. I just got. Oh, sorry. I'm
You're good.
getting texts now because you're so popular, apparently. The beloved Jen. We all love her.
Yes.
Aw,
Oh, that's so
thanks.
awesome.
Okay. So we don't really have anything planned other than just run through some things real quick. Some of the giveaways that we're going to do tonight, we're going to give away a choice. So there's going to be 3 giveaways and you choose. We've got, I don't know if this will show up on camera or not. It's the Women of Whiskey's Rocks class.
Oh, cool.
I'm horrible at camera stuff.
Oh, my
We'll
camera
get
doesn't even focus. You're fine.
And then I know you can't see this, but this is our Glen as well.
Oh, cool.
And then the Women of Whiskey's t-shirt is another thing we're doing tonight. So every $5 will get you in. Make sure you tag Bourbon. He is tracking for us tonight.
Yes. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it.
Ben's
Oh,
awesome.
we have someone else that wants to say happy birthday.
Oh,
Hi. Happy birthday, Jen.
thank you, Julie. It's so awesome to see you. Well, cheers.
We got
Cheers
Jill
to
Like
you.
from Like Time.
Aw.
Cheers.
Hi, ladies. I heard all the cool people were over here having a party.
Yes.
I stayed up just for the party.
Oh.
Well, I appreciate you staying up. It means a lot. I do appreciate it.
It should, because it took a lot. I'm just kidding.
I do. I absolutely appreciate all the effort it took to do that. I do.
Oh, that's awesome.
Julie's like, I go to bed early.
Yeah.
Thursday nights are my only late nights. So it's all I can pull.
I know. Well, I absolutely appreciate you being here and staying up late and blessing us with your beautiful presence. 'Cause you're
Oh,
such a
thank you.
person.
Thank you.
Oh,
So,
Lilith Morgan says to have a pour for her and happy birthday, Jen.
I will. Happy birthday to me. I'm happy. It's been a great day. You know, sometimes birthdays don't work out, but it's actually been a really good, relaxed, chill birthday, which is what I wanted because things have been so hectic the last couple of months. And now we're able to breathe. House is sold. We're good to go and on to bigger and better things. So I'm looking very forward to it. And it's been an awesome experience.
That's awesome.
did you find your next property?
No, not yet. But luckily, because my mom's awesome and we get to stay with her, we can take our time, find the property that we want and the amount that we want. So we can make sure this is the end game for it all. So we're actually in a very good position. So I'm very thankful for that.
Good.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So, Julie, are you drinking anything?
I am. I just poured a Weller Full Proof.
Oh, nice.
I have an Antique 107 pulled for later.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. Great mind.
Actually, it's been a long time since I visited that one, so I was like, not sure.
Yeah, I pulled the Weller Antique 107 because Adriana was drinking it, I think like last week or something. And I was like, I know Cheech has that bottle. And she said it was good. So I poured it for later so I could give it a shot.
Did you like it?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh, you
I'm
haven't?
drinking Victor's Toasted Barrel right now. The Antique is up next. It's on first place.
All right. So what did you do today? Did you work?
No, so I take my birthday off every year. I've been with the same company for 14 years, so they know I'm not there on my birthday. And so got up, went and got my nails done, so that's always nice and relaxing. And then hung out and went to lunch with Cheech and hung out with Gianna for a little bit and then did presents and just hung out. It was nice. It was
So
chill.
what were your presents?
So I got a necklace with an E-charm, which is representative of my brother, who I lost in June last year. A very, very good friend of mine gave it to me for my birthday, so it was awesome. I got skull stuff. So if you don't know, I have an obsession with skulls, all different types of. I have skull PJs, all the stuff. So I got skull ice molds to put in drinks, and it looks like a skull when you drink it. And then skull teaspoons. So when you're drinking your tea and as it goes, like you can see the spoon and it's a skull on it. And then I got a pair of Pumas cross trainers I've been checking out for a while. And then I love socks. So I got more socks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, I went to a liquor store today. I went to 4 different liquor stores today, which is big for me. I usually don't go anywhere that's Cheech's realm. So, but one of the guys at his liquor store was able to taste like some wine that he had out. So that was fun. And then I ended up getting 2 bottles. One was which is a store pick, it's a Jefferson straight rye finished in cognac cask.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah. So, and that's a store pick. And then the other one was a Redemption rye store pick. So we got those 2 today because
Nice.
I like rye. So,
awesome.
Very cool.
so
You do like rice.
Mhm.
Is that what you said?
yeah, I do like rice.
All right. No, I like rice. It's just because I know that you're still new to bourbon and whiskey, and usually ryes are kind of harder on
Right.
newer people. So
Yeah.
And what's funny is I actually started with rye, and that's what got
well,
me.
then that might be yes.
So I was like, I really liked it, and then the next one I moved on to was the Woodford Reserve Double Oak, and then I've just been trying everything that Cheech got.
And she's starting to find some higher proofs that she likes too, which is nice.
Yeah, the Stag Junior that I had last week was absolutely delicious. That's something I can see why people go crazy for when each batch comes out. So I'm looking forward to tasting the other batches that he has up there to see the difference. I think that's like my biggest thing that I want to try to see with whiskey is when they come out with a different batch, like what kind of difference it is. I started looking at mash bills and stuff, which is new for me, and like trying to like understand the percentages and how that works out. Because I'm still new, so it's like I'm like looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that looks great.
Oh, that's so cool though.
So
Yeah, so learning.
real quick, I want to jump in and say one thing because I'm seeing some donations come through and some entries for the giveaway. If you do make a donation for the giveaway, make sure you tag Bourbon in that so that he can get you into the spreadsheet. Let him know how many entries you're in for. And if we have a mod that can drop that Venmo or PayPal link, every $5 gets you in for one of those 3 prizes tonight. That you make sure you tag Bourbon. I'll try and double check on my end.
Chris is asking about the next murder mystery topic.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
So we are doing that next Wednesday, and Adriana from Whiskey Mountains is going to join us.
Oh,
and
cool.
we're doing John Wayne Gacy, the Killer Clown.
Yes.
That's a good story.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. But it's very interesting. The difference in personalities that he's able to have. So it's a pretty interesting read.
And I'm super excited because Adriana is probably the most passionate person about our true crime like we are. So I'm super excited to have her on with us.
Yes. And I love her point of view on things and how her mind works. So I'm very interested to see what she thinks and her opinion on things and how she perceives things too. It'll be a very interesting conversation. I'm looking forward to it. And there she is.
Speaking of Adriana.
I was like already busy saying shit to Mike Stahl in the chat.
I saw that. The eye roll.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Bubble Bath Bourbon. Yes, that's a spoiler. If someone says they want to do a magic trick on you while you're in handcuffs, then probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
No.
So I
Never
know like
trust a
nothing
dude
about
in a
this
basement.
stuff, so this is...
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. Never trust a dude in a basement who says they want to do a magic trick.
Yeah, especially if he just brought you home.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
He dresses up
You're
as a
so
clown.
cute.
And
Why don't
stuff.
you
It's
put these
weird.
handcuffs on?
That's crazy.
It's not
All
sketch
sorts
at
of
all.
red flags going on there.
Granted, it was in the time before podcast and, the ID channel and everything. So in fairness to his victims, like they could not have predicted how fucking psycho he was.
No, I think people didn't get more suspicious of individuals until later on through social media and more people getting caught, me being able to prove what was going on. And then people are like, well, what the hell? And they're like, oh, I know some creepy people. I'm going to like distance myself. Like,
Basically like post 70s. Like,
Yeah.
so many serial killers in the 70s. And then people were like, oh, so that's a thing. Like,
Like a fad.
if you have a chance,
It's a thing to do.
there's a map that like puts where serial killers are located, and there's always like pockets of population. So it's like the Pacific Northwest, and then like we have a ton in Florida, and then they just like leave and go to like Alabama and all these other places. But it's interesting where people end up and do things.
kind of funny.
Well,
You're saying they leave Florida and go there, but then some, like Ted Bundy, went from Washington to Florida. So.
It's like, I think I can hide out there. That's far enough away.
And ironically, like I grew up in the Northwest and I was in northern Idaho, and I had a serial killer that lived 2 doors down, and they still haven't been able to prove it, but we know he did it.
Oh.
And I used to do community theater, and he would wait out in the dark park behind the theater with me until my mom would come. That's weird.
Oh, that's
Just
real
your friendly neighborhood serial killer. What was like his victim type, I guess? Like, were you in? Do you think you might have been in
Teenage
danger?
girls.
Oh,
That's scary.
And he's still out
Apparently that
there?
wasn't his type.
That's terrifying.
But yeah, it's one of these times we'll have to do a quick video on it just to show it, like just drop maybe not a live stream, but drop a video on that, because they disappeared from all over and they know he did it, but they just can't prove it all these years later.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Not enough to bring the
Proof
case.
is a very hard thing to have, and if you don't, they can just sit there.
And it's so risky
terrible.
to go to trial knowing you don't quite have enough yet, kind of thing. So it's
I
like,
think that's the most frustrating thing I see when I research these cases is how long it takes from the time that they know who it is to the time that they get to court. And then sometimes they never get to court, and then
Right.
it's not, then they're like, oh, well, this was a technicality, so then we move on, or the district attorney says, oh, we don't have enough. And you're like, what are you talking about? And then it's like, it keeps going back and forth. So proof is hard.
Yeah, you get one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bubble Bath Bourbon, that video would definitely have a lot of disclaimers and a lot of allegedlys. Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
Where's that guy now, Michelle?
He stayed there for a long time. Shortly after I moved out of that town, I want to say a couple years later, he moved. They just did a documentary on him.
Wow.
And he just is kind of jumping around right now. He's got a couple of people that are stalking him. I think it's the families of some of the missing girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
God.
know, where people
You
know.
really shouldn't have the choice to hide, but
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Seriously.
Shouldn't there be like a registry for that, like for under investigation people?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Highly
Person of
suspect.
yeah, especially like things of that nature, like, oh, you've been accused of murdering 12 people. Oh, but
Right.
Yeah.
you're out of bond. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Whiskey Eyes is taken off. Thank you so much for stopping in.
Okay.
She says happy birthday.
Thank you, Trish. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Nothing like serial killer talk on your birthday. When you love
Jen's like-
true crime, though, it's makes
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, I listen to it all the time because I listen to several podcasts because I like to hear points of view from different people on the same cases. And sometimes you'll hear facts from other podcasts that you won't get from ones that just kind of do an overview, and some that do like a really deep dive. So I listen to both just because I like to know all the details in it.
Yeah. I definitely like sometimes I get hung up on a
bed with my husband now. I'm not sleeping across the house after this conversation.
I know.
I'm so glad you
I'm
guys are
like,
finally back in the same room and that you guys are doing a little better.
Yeah, after this conversation, it's like, oh,
especially after we talked about them all being in Florida. So
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
no, but they moved
I am
to
in Florida
Washington.
now.
Yeah, but they moved to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
so you're
So
good. You're
I think
good.
that's when you'd start to worry.
No, but I'm like
Coincidence,
kind of like
serial killers.
anxious, like normally, and so I feel like if I got into this, like my mom will sometimes watch, like, I don't know, just those, shows on TV that are like unsolved crimes or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't sleep after these, so I'm not gonna watch this. I just get too like nervous.
The key is to focus only on the cases that have been solved and the
Right,
person was
yeah.
caught and was put away.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Right.
purposely avoid unsolved cases.
Yeah, because I'm like, he's in my backyard tonight.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Cohen says serial killers killed Count Chocula, Lucky, Frankenberry, and Tony the Tiger.
There you go.
And then Troy Man, he says, hey, I just came in and we're talking about murder. After 20 odd minutes, I'm not sure I want whatever you're drinking tonight.
It's kind of what the show's about.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, Julie, enjoy your evening with your husband.
Yes, we're
Yes,
gonna go to bed. So happy birthday, Jen.
Thank you
And-
so
and-
much.
It was good to see you, Shayla. I didn't even get to say hi to you. I'm sorry.
I know, hi Julie.
Hi.
Your package is going out soon, so we're gonna get to hang for like multiple hours.
Yeah, when are you gonna put yourself in a package, lady? So
I know. Well, so the plan is go up to the States, apply to move to Portugal, and then fly to Florida before we move. So
before,
the Florida
yeah,
trip is happening.
yes, it's on the books. It better be. So
Yes.
Well, let
It
me
better
know.
be 2022, as long as this friggin' house sells.
Yeah. Well, let me know if you're going to be here because I'm only about an hour away from Julie.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
can do like a little hang. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and we're planning a
really,
trip that
everybody's
direction
got a
as well.
trip planned on this screen except for Adriana. So
Yeah, Adriana.
she's the one that's got to make a plan here. Adriana.
you can drive here. We'll
Come
fly
on.
together.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Come on down to Florida. It's great.
There, now you got, there you go.
There we
Just
go.
roped you into that one.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And another one.
Nothing like putting her on the spot,
Yeah, like on a live stream.
There's nothing like having a job that doesn't quite pay that great for you to go flying places. So, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm out of here. I'm going to go to bed. So happy birthday, Jen. I love you, ladies.
Love you.
I will
Love
see you all
Night,
soon.
Julie.
All right. Good night.
Hi, Dan.
That was super cool.
That was awesome.
Oh,
Very
so
cool.
cool. So good to see her.
So we do have some more people in here. I know I missed you guys. It's just one of those kickback nights. I'm really backstage. Glad you're here. Thank you for stopping in. I know I missed some of you guys, but I appreciate everyone that came to celebrate this with Jen. It's, to me, birthdays are a big deal. They're all about you and your life, and I think they're the most important holiday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
I enjoy my birthday. You know, it's, hey, I'm here. I arrived. I'm still here. And
I've lived another year.
yeah, and you know, I'm very thankful. Things are good. Our plan is working. Luckily, the housing market in Florida is awesome, so we were able to sell. So I'm very happy. So Shayla, I hope you are able to sell soon so that you can go to Portugal,
Yeah.
so that I can come visit you in Portugal and have real port, because
We will
I love
have-
port.
We will have, so the house we have now, we thought like we can live in a 1-bedroom. We're like totally fine. And then it was like, I need space. So the plan is, it's actually like, if we can sell this house, we can get like a 3-bedroom house in
Oh.
Portugal, where we're looking at going. So you will have a room. There will be a guest room.
Fantastic, even better.
Yeah.
Because I can
actually-
stay longer than like a day or two.
Yeah. You can stay for like a week or a couple weeks if you want.
Fantastic.
And we'll drink a bunch of whiskey.
I'm there. It sounds like a
Well,
fun time.
Hopefully it
Lifeway-
will actually get there. I don't know. We'll see if the whiskey gets there.
Lifewire Whiskey, thank you for dropping Shayla's link. Yes, if you haven't
Yes.
checked out Whiskey Central, that's Shayla's channel. Go check that out. Like and subscribe.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a fun time. She has a lot of good knowledge.
Oh, that's
It's
nice.
funny because Will and I have often talked about visiting Portugal. We don't know exactly what our plan is, but we know when we retire, we want to have dual citizenship, and we have looked at Portugal.
Oh, there we
So
go.
we want to spend a few times going over there and visiting, maybe spending a few months over there. Not
Oh,
now.
we
I'm
will.
not rich enough for that right now, but
Yeah. No, we needed to do like a research trip, and I was like, if we do the research trip, we will not be able to move there. So we just stayed there for a month, like as cheaply as possible. We were just like eating sandwiches at home and stuff, but it was really cool to go see there for sure. So I love it.
yeah.
Okay, so Whiskey War. So one that I find, there's two actually that I
Your
find
favorite serial killer?
for
That's
different reasons. So Ted Bundy is actually my most interesting, only because of the dual role that he played within his own life. So, you know, he had the woman that he was with, he raised a daughter with her, you know, he had all these things. He held a job, he was into politics, he was very polished. And then just at a drop, that shift in a personality, and how that shift in your brain can just like turn off that human part of you to be able to take someone's life. So the way his mind works and the way he presented himself is very interesting. The other one that I like is interesting is Eileen Wuornos, only because of her background and how it got to the point that it did. She's very interesting, and she was actually very intelligent in the way that she crafted the things that she did. So I guess those are the two, because I find them very interesting. Bundy's always going to be interesting because there's just a huge amount of information, because he loved to talk to people. He loved to present himself. And it was like with a myriad of people. So you had a bunch of different people to speak to and all of their different interactions with him. And so I think that's probably my most interesting one.
And he was like one of those guys where, like, if you were single and you were like sitting somewhere, you'd be like, hey, he's a smooth talker. He's a nice guy. Just
dresses well, presents himself well, and all of that. So people really took that in on that, and so that really built his trust on it.
Mhm.
I think that's what's like one of the most intriguing things, just as far as true crime and particularly serial killers, is that so often it's somebody that could pass as just a totally normal person, as a sweet the BTK killer, like had a family throughout all of it, and like their family thought that he was a good guy. Like they can know all these people and just pass, and it's like, how does somebody have both those sides and flip it into actually committing murders
Mhm.
Wow.
but living normally?
Crazy.
Like
Yeah.
how?
This
Yeah.
sounds so interesting, guys. Like I'm in already. I'm like, okay.
You win.
Oh, hey, do you guys mind if I didn't ask you beforehand. Do you guys mind if I have a cigar?
No, not at all.
Oh no,
Okay.
gosh,
I
no.
didn't know, like, everybody's channel is different, so
No.
no worries.
No, you're all good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, not at all.
So bubble bath bourbon, you're correct. John Wayne Gacy is another great example of that. Like everybody loved him. He was into politics. He was like, there's a picture of him shaking hands with the first lady, Rosalind Carter. It's insane.
Yeah, it is. When you dive deep into these things and see the connections that these people have, you're like, how did they not know that something was up? But
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
an act that they're able to put on. So it's interesting.
And
So
I
I
think
do
also
like
it must
a
have been
Scotch
nuts.
for.
Like,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Andrea.
sorry, I was just gonna say, I think it must have been nuts, like for the public at that time. Like for us, so much, especially the major serial killer, is so far in the past, kind of thing. Like, but for the public at that time, especially like the local area at that time,
Yeah.
when they're
Adriana.
digging up Gacy's house, it's like, what?
Adrian, that's because you're a baby. I was there for the Green River Killer. Ted Bundy.
I was not.
But but like you were still very young, not like in
I
that
wasn't
community.
allowed to go
So it's not
outside.
like
But no,
what
it's a very good point you make.
Cigars,
Yeah.
Shayla.
What's up?
What got you into cigars?
I think the bourbon junkies. I feel like everybody says that. I was like, doing bourbon and Scotch and all that jazz, and then they were like, every night on Tuesday they had a cigar, and I was like, okay, I should try these. So then I tried some, and then I was like, oh, these are good. And then they actually, I'm pretty excited because I don't really get to try Alec Bradley's because they don't exist down here. So they sent me like 6 different Alec Bradley's.
Nice.
So I get to try those out, which I'm like super excited for. But yeah, I think the Bourbon Junkies is like mainly what got me into it.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was always afraid to do cigars because I'm an ex-cigarette smoker,
Mm-hmm.
and it's totally different. So like I'll sit outside with Will, but I do the girly ones. I do like acids and where they're not real dark and smoky, but I very much enjoy it. Makes you stop and kind of exhale long enough, to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it's really similar to like, so I never have this as like a slogan or anything, but I kind of think of whiskey or like these other things as like a meditation, so like when you're just sitting by yourself and you're just having a dram, or a glass or like a cigar, you just kind of, relax and kind of take in the moment. So it kind of feels like a little bit of a meditation, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're so diehard. It's like we're in Idaho. It's freaking cold, and we have a gazebo with like the curtain that goes around it, and a little fire table in there, blankets. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was at my mom's and I got sent these Alec Bradley's and it was really cold and it snowed and I was like, no, I think I'm good. I'll just wait till I get home. Like, I'm not that hardcore.
wait it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
So,
like to
Jen,
know
are
that
you
you-
still on your first birthday drink? I sure hope not.
No, I actually finished it.
Okay, what are you on
I'm
now?
now moving on to the Weller Antique 107.
Is it time for the Weller? I'll
It
have
is.
some Weller.
All right, I'll pull out my Weller. Let's do this.
I'll be back.
If I had Weller, I would. So I feel like, how I do like Scotch, not Scotch for beginners, but like introducing people to Scotch or like a little bit more into it, even if you've had some. I feel like you guys should do like a like intro to true crime. Like all these beginners that know nothing, you could just like blow our minds for like an hour of like, you'll never believe this.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole.
Like
that you
speed
can go
dating,
down.
but for serial killers.
Yeah. Like, okay, there was a guy named Ted Bundy.
Yeah, there's always going to be the ones that are very well known.
Yeah.
So I know they're like tracking some and all that, but they're not going to tell you until it's done. I mean, I think that's probably something they learn throughout the years is not giving out so much information at first.
You
So
think because
this
it helps
this
the
Well
other
Antique
person?
7, I actually won from Amy Boehm. So we can thank Amy Boehm for this one.
Oh, that's awesome.
It actually took me a sec to find this because I forgot I'd hidden it because I'm going through it too fast. And it was actually Nick's Secret Santa gift on Livewire, but I'm the one drinking most of it. Oops. He supports it.
Apparently you have a doppelganger, Adriana. She works
Oh.
at the UPS.
Oh,
I work at UPS now. He's even
Apparently, according to
perfect,
Livewire.
you have to do a very sly photo of that.
right? I have
We need
had
to see.
a lot of freaking jobs, but I have not worked at a UPS. As far as I can know.
Looks like also Scott Pigsley's taking off. Good night, Scott. Thanks so much for
Who's
joining
that?
us.
Oh, thanks, Scott. Thanks for coming.
Hey,
Appreciate
good
it.
luck. I think he's having surgery tomorrow, so good vibes for
Oh,
that.
I
hope
didn't know
everything
that.
goes
Good luck.
okay.
Oh, is he tomorrow? Hope that goes well.
Whiskey Wars wants to know if we have seen Mine Hunters and thoughts on it.
So,
I have.
I have.
Okay, I think I have two. Is this like the one with Matthew McConaughey?
No.
No.
Oh,
No, it has
damn, hold on.
Jonathan Groff.
There's some like weird.
I
It's a
don't-
really creepy
I don't
show.
know the name. And I actually never saw it until I was just recently sick and stuck in bed for like days
Yeah.
because I didn't want to get my husband sick. And so I was kind of half watching it and half dying. But it was okay.
Oh, that was True Detective. Never
It,
mind.
it
Sorry,
has
guys.
Jonathan Groff. I know this because
Yeah.
he's the king in Hamilton. I didn't actually watch Mindhunter though, but it was bizarre that he went from Hamilton to Mindhunter.
Yeah, because he played Holden in Mindhunter. Was Jonathan
Oh.
Groff. Yeah. So it's it's almost kind of like when you're speaking to a sociopath getting their ideas, and then like it's very interesting
It's
on the
trippy.
Mindhunter side. Yeah, it is. The people that get into the minds of sociopaths kind of have to get to that point themselves in the thinking part of it. So it's very interesting on how they can separate it. So Mindhunter, I do like it. I think they could have dug a little deeper into it with the cases they went into. But it's good. I do like it.
That is the loudest neck pour ever.
It was glugging. I was like, dang.
That's a good one.
Jen Maschendrum Jason wants to know what your birthday pour is again.
Oh, okay. So I had the Michter's Toasted Barrel Finish. I'm drinking the Weller Antique 107 now, which I do like. It is tasty. I think this is actually the one that Cheech got when he went to Shane's.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah,
I
but
have, I have a
do
Knob
like
Creek
it.
bottle from that, even though I didn't get to go.
Nice.
But they all signed.
Yes. And then and then the next one's going to be the Joseph Magnus cigar blend, and then a Larceny barrel proof.
She's got them lined up. She's ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I love it. I love this. Like you've got the plan, you've got the order, going
That's
from this
awesome.
to this to this. I'm just excited. Weller made it because. So this came from I posted last week
Yes.
because I was trying to figure out how to do fake nails. So
Yes,
this is
I
the
remember,
shit you can
yes.
get women of whiskeys. I was like, what whiskey do you drink while trying to figure this out? And somebody
love
said
that.
Weller, and I was like, perfect. And it was delicious and helped give me patience for all the glue.
That's perfect because it's not too
really good,
proofy.
though.
You don't like mess it up, but it calms
Yeah.
down. Like
Yeah, it was like it
107. That's a good
was
proof.
a good pour. They all came off yesterday, but they looked good.
Oh.
So
So,
I mean, it was on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, so the giveaway is choice of 3, a Women of Whiskey's Rocks glass, a Women of Whiskey's Glen, or a Women of Whiskey's t-shirt. We'll have 3 winners. Every $5 gets you in. So that's what that was.
Very cool.
So Jen, for me, like, what do you, with the Weller 107, like, for me, it's the mouthfeel that really stands out. Like, ever since I first sipped it at a friend's,
Yeah?
it just has like this kind of velvety mouthfeel that I think is just, right?
Like right when it goes into your mouth, it's very,
Yeah.
very smooth.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just, it's
Velvety.
unique and velvety. And I just, like, that's my thing about it, that I'm always like, that's so good.
I think it's one of my favorite Wellers. I mean, like we got the Weller 12, and I mean, I like the 107 better than the 12 personally, in my opinion.
Yeah. I had a sample of it, I think actually from Mike Stahl, I think. And I think I like the 107 more. So I know I don't like the Special Reserve, but
Yeah, I had the 107 in a blind. I don't have a bottle because they just don't exist. But I really enjoyed it, and I think it was blind, and it did pretty well. It was stacked up against some crazy bottles, but I remember enjoying that one.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good one.
it's a
Did you
standout.
start in Scotch or did you start in bourbon?
So I started in Scotch, and then I kind of just. So I started in Scotch, and then it was like immediately like I'm doing everything. So it wasn't like I got to know Scotch for a while, and then I went to bourbon. It was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go down all the paths. So I did like rye, bourbon, Irish, Scotch.
Okay.
I think I do Scotch a little bit more. Like it's probably in terms of videos, I think it's like around 2-1 right now. But that's just because there's not that many bourbons available down here, so I just kind of have to work with what I have. And I think same thing will be in Europe. I think it'll just be more Scotch out of necessity, but I really do enjoy bourbons and ryes. So
Good night, Whiskey Wars. Have a good night.
Oh, have a good night.
Tommy D, hello. Cheers. How are you? Glad you joined us for
Absolutely.
Jen's birthday.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks for coming.
And Bourbon Junkies in the house saying happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. I
What's
appreciate
up?
it. Thanks for coming by. It's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
We also have Pop 'em Don't Watch 'em showed in saying happy birthday.
Aw, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for all y'all coming out for my birthday. It was
Yeah,
really
it's
awesome.
just 4 ladies drinking whiskey,
Yeah.
talking murder and Scotch and whiskey and cigars.
There we
This
go.
is why Women of Whiskeys exist, and this is why it's so freaking awesome. It's just like, I mean, maybe not as awesome to all the guys in the chat, but as a female who's watched so many live streams where it's just a bunch of dudes on the screen, like, it's pretty exciting to
This
just
is
like
pretty awesome.
hang
Yeah.
out with a bunch of chicks.
It is.
So cool.
Cool.
It's a good looking screen.
Yeah, it's a way better looking screen.
Well, now, I mean,
I'm just saying, have you ever walked into a live wire stream? Looking at you, Mike Stahl.
Oh, Stall, you're getting hit.
oh my goodness. Whew.
He brought it
Oh,
upon
that's
himself.
Oh, he's a good guy. It was funny. He was in a live stream. I can't remember where he was, and I was in there, and I was like, "Just got my Chug Life T-shirt. I'm wearing it right now." And he was like, "You're a liar. You are not wearing that right now." And I sent him a photo, and I was like, "I am not a liar." I'm like, "I'm wearing it. I'm repping it."
My favorite part, Shayla, was I went to go, my best friend, she actually passed away recently, but she used to live 2 doors down from me, and she was 89 years old, my very best friend in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
And I wore my Chug Life shirt down to her house and had to explain exactly what that was. And she's like 89, Catholic.
She's like, "All right,
She
okay."
got such a kick out of it. She thought it was the best thing ever.
Oh, that's so cool.
Aw, thanks. That's awesome. Thank you,
Oh.
Bourbon Junkies.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
Such good guys.
It's been a while since I visited this 107. It is as good as I remember.
It is
Great.
good. So thanks for the suggestion because it's delicious.
You got those
Yeah, I told you I'd try it.
hot tamales. Do you guys eat hot tamales or not real, the candy hot tamales?
Mm.
Just
Mhm.
pops right in your tongue like that.
I
Well,
eat regular hot tamales too.
Oh, yeah. But that's not what it tastes
It
like.
doesn't quite taste like those.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I love
That would be
tamales.
odd.
I just mess around.
You might have to go to like a peated Scotch to get a few of those flavors, but
Yeah.
don't think you're gonna get them.
Oh, thanks, Zach. We are the exception.
So Shayla, from what I remember, we're talking about eventually when everybody settles down, Jen and you're going to send Jen and I Scotch, which we're very terrified of, by the way.
Yeah, so I have the packs ready to go. My mom was sick for like a couple weeks though,
How's
and then
she
it was
doing?
her birthday on the 17th, so I was like not gonna text her about shipping packages on her birthday. But I just texted her today and then asked if she could send out a couple. So yeah, I'm getting Livewire, Adam and Mike, and then I'm getting you guys sent off. Hopefully, like early next week. So yeah.
No rush. I mean, we're just like, it'll be interesting because I know how passionate you are about Scotch. And so it'll be interesting to see what you send us and how we do with it, since we're both very, very new to Scotch. And
Yeah.
not
I'm so
sure if we're
excited. Like
fans.
that's like those are honestly I think my favorite streams just because I have so much like fun. Like I know that you guys know about whiskey. So Poor Charlotte 10, hooking it up, girl.
That's what I was
Yes.
drinking during Mashing Drums.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, the thing that scares me about Scotch, I think, is because I've watched quite a few lives just to like kind of hear what people's experiences with it are, and the notes is what's killing me. And I think that's what's freaking me out the most. It's
Like
the
Band-Aid and stuff.
acetone and Band-Aid and asphalt, and I was like, oh, biohazard. Like, I think that, and it scares me. So I'm like, do I really want that kind of like flavor, like effervescing in my,
Are you
nose
saying
and all of that?
peated or?
But I think it's like anything else. There's different variants. You're going to get different notes on different things.
Oh, for sure.
I know I've tried a couple of Scotches where you don't get any of those notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you get most of those notes on peated whiskeys. I think the entire flight that I sent you guys is all like Highland, Speyside, just kind of sweet,
Nice.
light profiles. Okay. So I didn't want to deter you. That's not my goal. So
punch us in the face.
But like Julie, for example, she actually sort of kind of liked peat, and she liked a few of the things that would make me think that she would enjoy peat, and then she tried some Ardbegs and stuff like that. So the flight that I'm sending her this time is all peated, but only because I did the calibrator flight, I guess. So I wouldn't send you guys anything that I don't think you would enjoy off the gate. So
yeah, because I would feel absolutely horrible if I was tasting something and I was like, oh my God, this is awful.
No worries at all. Like I think the Bourbon Junkies were on the stream, and I think they're just I think they were totally honest, but also I feel like they're so nice that they would never be like, God, this is terrible, but I'm totally fine with that, honestly. Like, I think if people are just straight up honest and they're just like, I hate this, it's like, that's okay, because some people love it and some people hate it. That's totally fine. And if you tell me you hate something, then I know to never get you whiskeys like that again. Like, Julie hates, like, sherried scotches, and I've tried a few times, and she just doesn't like them, so I'm never going to send them to her again. I'm just like, okay, I gave it a shot, and you don't like them, so we're done, So, no, it's cool. It's all part of the experience, like finding out what you like and don't like,
So you started drinking Scotch. So do you like Scotch? Do you have like a few that you like?
Are you talking about me? Oh, Adriana, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to Shayla too. I don't like anything but peated Scotch.
Okay.
So I only like the Scotches that have all the worst tasting notes, but they do taste good, even though they sound like they taste terrible. But I don't like the taste.
What was it you fell in love with over here in Idaho? Was it the Charlotte?
The
Charlotte 10.
Yep. And then bourbon hooked me up, and now Big Vic has hooked me up. So I'm like set because they don't sell it in Utah.
Oh, dang.
So someone was asking what cigar you have in your hand.
Nothing fancy. I just wanted a short smoke. I have a bunch of beautiful Alec Bradleys, but I was like, tonight is not the night. So I'm smoking an Oliva G. I keep wanting to say Olivia, but it's an Oliva G Cameroon wrapper, which I think all the G's are Cameroon wrappers. So it tastes like chocolate, basically. So it's great.
That's one of Will's favorites. He likes those.
Mm-hmm.
I like chocolate, so that might work.
They're good. I like the V's. I I do like the V's, I think, more than the G. But the G, they come in these like little tins that are short smokes, and the V's don't come in that, at least at my shop. So I just have these because they're, I don't know, they're just easy and nice. So
Cohen, it's so funny because I was just thinking that when I was at the Bastards Ball in Texas, I tried some Scotch, and I found one that I really liked. Scotch for Dummies was like, here, try this.
Oh,
and I was
cool.
like, oh my gosh, I like that. And William looked at me. He says, of course you do. That's Signet.
Expensive taste.
Whoops.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I did not send you anything like that because I can't afford anything like that. So no, I'm hoping you like something though.
I'm totally like I've only tried one Scotch and it was like something like bottom shelf. It was like Johnny Walker Red or something like that. It was someone that was staying at my house had it, and I thought it was absolutely disgusting. I was like, "This is gross. Why do you drink this?" Like
Johnny Walker Red neat is super gross. Oh, Oliva V is my go-to. Yeah. I did have okay, and again, I'm super noob on cigars, but the like long one, I think it's called a Lancero. It's like a super long but like small ring gauge one. And that was a really good V that I had. Those Milanios. Yeah, they have a V Milanio, which is like a expensive and even more expensive fancy one. So, yeah.
So how long does it take to get through a cigar? Because I don't smoke them.
Yeah, so this one, again, and I don't think sometimes they have like a sticker and they'll tell you how long the cigar is and then the ring gauge. These take like 30 minutes to like maybe an hour, depending on how, what I'm doing. And then there's some longer ones that'll take like an hour to 2 hours maybe, but I smoke them pretty slow and I let them like go out a million times. So I think everybody probably has a different like flow, to their, same with like whiskey drinking, right? There's some people that sip and some people that like kind of, drink it really quickly. So it probably depends on who you are and kind of what your mood is. But like a small one like this, that's like, I don't know, it's like a little bit bigger than my hand, is like 30 minutes to an hour.
So it looks like the average drinker is doing a live this Friday night. It's going to be a fundraiser for the Colorado fire victims. So there is a link in the chat. Check that out. Be supportive. I think that's an amazing cause. We do have a few channels with us joining us. If my mods have any of their links, these are channels that we support. Bubble Bath Bourbon. I've seen some of these being dropped. I don't think I've seen Jason from Mash and Drums dropped. One thing about this whiskey community is they have been so supportive of women of whiskeys. We weren't quite sure what direction we were going with it, and it hasn't seemed to matter. Like they just opened up their arms and just helped us with everything, and supported the women in this community.
Absolutely. And I like all of the support from the women in the community as well, being supportive of each other.
Yep.
The Facebook group is really nice because it is just for women. So we can put up anything, drinks or just nails or hey, this is what I'm doing, or
I love that Facebook group. Seriously, it's just like a little slice of heaven inside of Facebook that's like, I don't know, it's awesome.
Yep. I really enjoy it because you can see all different types of drinks and see what all the women are up to across the globe, and it's really inclusive, and it's something that I enjoy. So it's been very, very involving, and I like it.
Yeah. And huge bonus to that Facebook group, I have yet to see a crotch shot. No single freaking bottle crotch shot.
I got this bottle today, guys.
With the watch and the steering wheel kind of thing, like.
And we've never seen a boob shot.
Nope.
We've never.
Nope.
No. You know what? I've never seen a boob shot.
I posted once of storing it here, like hanging out on the couch, but it was not sexy. It was very logistical and functional. But a women of whiskeys only.
It's very awesome as well.
Okay, so it is 9:54 on my time. Let's go ahead and give about 3 more minutes for any entries. There's going to be 3 drawings tonight. Every $5 gets you in for the drawing. So we're going to wrap this up in about 3 minutes, and then we'll have, make sure you tag Bourbon to get into that drawing, and we will go from there. So just a few more minutes. It looks like Ben only has 4 people entered so far. I know that's not right. I'm going to send him what I can see on my end. If you did make a donation, please tag him and let him know how many entries.
So
Absolutely.
what was the pour after Weller? I know you have your lineup ready.
I did. So it is actually the Joseph Magnus cigar blend, which I haven't had either. So I'm excited
You
about
haven't
that.
had it before?
No. So
Oh my
these
God,
are
so
all ones
cool.
I haven't had. So I told Cheech I wanted to go in there and like pick ones I haven't had. I knew the Weller because Adriana and I had discussed it. So I was like, definitely doing that. I'm a Michter's fan anyway. And then the Joseph Magnus I've been eyeing anyway because he also has the one that's finished in a cognac cask. The cigar blend finished in a cognac blast, but that's not open yet, so
Oh, okay.
I didn't bust that one yet. But
Hey, it's your birthday. You can
Right?
pop something.
yeah, right. You know, I'm actually fortunate. He lets me. I mean, I drink everything in here. So, but since like my palate's so new, I don't want to open like a $500 bottle of bourbon and not be able to enjoy it as much as I should because I don't know what to expect. So I feel really awkward if someone's like, "Oh, this is an $800 bottle." I'm like, "Oh,
Don't waste it on me.
You're like, oh, shit.
So should I be like, "Oh, this is fantastic. It's totally worth the $800." But then what if I
Yum,
hate it and
yum,
I'm
yum.
like, "Oh, why did you spend this $800?" And then, it's so I don't like to do that yet just because I am so new and I'm not going to be able to enjoy it to its fullest effect on it.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's a good mindset.
So I'm not ignoring you, ladies. I'm looking at some of these entries that didn't make it to Ben.
Yeah,
So
make their bends.
All good, all good.
Got what he needs.
So, Adriana, I don't know if you know, I did not get a Knob Creek 12 year, but this is my bourbon of the year.
I did not know that.
Yes,
That
and
is
Port
so
Charlotte
cool.
is my peated Scotch of the year. So we're just like, yes.
We're twins.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
So you can wrap in the Heights. Your favorite bourbon is a Knob Creek, and your favorite Scotch is a Port Charlotte. Like peated Scotch is.
Peated Scotch, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so the Joseph Magnus, I'm sorry, the other one that's not open is a triple cask.
Triple
the
cask.
cognac.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I do have a
nice.
sample of that. I haven't tried it yet, but I've tried a couple of the cigar ones, and they're really fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
So I did see that Deathless Dogs is in here. If you are not subscribed to them, they are close to 1,000 subs. So if someone wants to drop their link, which they did, thank you, Pinch Hitter. They are so close. So definitely go give them a like and subscribe, and let's get them to 1,000. They are a good time. If you haven't checked them out, I highly suggest you do, and go over there and show them some love.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Yeah, Deathless Dogs is great.
Subscribed.
Very good stuff. And
I
you
made
get
my husband subscribe to you guys today. He was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I was like, "Women of Whiskeys." And he was like, "Am I subscribed to them yet?" Because I just make him subscribe to everybody. I'm just like, click it. So yeah.
What's funny is the lady, the notary that came to our house to sign all the paperwork to sell it, her husband is actually a huge like whiskey collector.
Oh,
So
cool.
when she was here, we were like talking about it, and she subscribed to the channel. She subscribed to Cheech. I brought out the big 175 at Eagle Rare so she could take a picture and send it to her husband. And it was just like random lady that just shows up to sign some paperwork, and she was like really cool to hang out with. She's like, "You guys are cool people," and she's like, "I'm going to send you a picture of my husband's like whiskey wall because he's got a whole wall in their house that's just."
Did you say that was the notary?
Yeah, the notary that came to the house. She's a retired FBI agent. She just does the notary stuff on the side now that she's retired.
What?
Yeah.
What a badass.
Yeah, she was a really cool lady. I was like, it's so weird, the people that you meet, and then when you talk whiskey, they're like, "Oh, well, hell yeah," and they bust out their phone and they subscribe. So
yeah,
it's a pretty good lead-in to a conversation with people because we made a new friend out of nowhere.
Yep.
That is good. It was funny because I went to my best friend's wedding in October, and she's super into whiskey also. Her and now husband both are like mega into it. I'm not quite sure who's more into it kind of thing. And it turned like her hairstylist for it, like that did everybody's hair, also loves whiskey, and it turns out she loves Sazerac rye. Which I thought was
Nice,
hilarious.
that's a good one.
Adriana's like, ugh.
Adriana, so I know you're not a chat fan, but Chattanooga is putting out a new bottle that's finished in a Scotch cask.
Oh, nice. Is it
So-
a heated Scotch cask?
I don't know. I just saw the because I follow them, so they just put up like their new ad and the bottle, and I was like, it's finished in Scotch. I need to tell Adriana. I'm like, I bet you'll like it.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe that might fix it.
You never
I actually
know.
like.
You never know.
There was like a Chattanooga 111 or something that I had.
Yeah, that's
I
very
enjoyed
good.
that. I liked that.
I think though, like so Chattanooga's big thing is malted grains,
Ah,
and my thing is I don't like malt, so I like that's why I like peated Scotch, because the peat
It
hides
hides
the
it.
malt.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So like
I
I
love
think-
malt, so that makes sense.
yeah,
Okay.
a Scotch drinker would
Gotcha.
love Chattanooga, but for me it's like I immediately just get the malt, and all the fucking grains have been
Yeah.
malted, and I'm like,
It's
no,
like, I
you
just-
ruined every grain.
Stop it.
It was just so funny because as soon as I saw it, you were like the first person I thought of. I was like, this has got to be the one.
This might be
This
it.
will be the one that she might like. Oh, that's awesome.
Maybe.
You know.
So
But-
it looks like we are in the single digits for entries on this giveaway. So the odds are good considering there's 3.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
yeah, get in
Jen,
on this. There's no
What was
time.
your favorite thing that you did for your birthday today? I mean, outside of hanging with us, because we already know that's
I know.
number one.
Obviously.
I was gonna say, it's really hard because I love hanging with the ladies. I think it was probably having dinner with my husband and daughter. We don't really do because we're so busy because I work. My daughter's on swim team. You know, we're constantly busy. I help my mom with my grandmother, so it's just on. And like she teaches in a band, and then he does renovations. So to be able to just have like a dinner with the 3 of us was pretty neat. We don't usually get to do that. So I really liked that. And then we dropped G off, and then we went bourbon hunting. So we just got to hang out, and just drive around and chit chat, which is nice because we don't get to just chill with each other. It's usually, oh, what do we have going on? Do we need to go to the store? You know, what's going on with G? You know, it's always life stuff. It's never like, you know, hey, did you hear this funny joke, or check out this fucked up meme? I think it's funny, you know. You know, it's like those conversations, you know, that you can kind of take for granted because you always talk about the life stuff going on. So I think that is what I enjoyed. It was kind of like just taking a step back and just enjoying each other's company and not having to be like, okay, what's the next step? We got to move, you got to pack, you got to do this, so to be able to just be like, that's done and take a breather. I think that was probably the best part of today.
Yeah, it's
That's
nice
kinda
to
like hanging
capture
out.
those times.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's important to capture those times.
Absolutely. It is. So I think that was good. We're doing a family dinner with my mom and stuff on Sunday. So yeah. So it'll be fun. Usually go out, have a drink, eat some food.
That's awesome.
It is.
Did y'all have dinner at home, or did you go out for dinner?
No, we went out. We went to this place called Schooners, which is like it was highly recommended like seafood place. And it was not my favorite seafood place.
Oh, dang.
But we gave it a shot because it is highly recommended where we are. So we went there, but it was like, okay, you know, this is kind of bland. So it's more towards the older crowd, I'll say. The place has been in business for 28 years. I mean, it's a legitimate business.
Wow.
They've been there for a while. But if you like the fried everything platter coming out of the ocean and, you know, just like a ton of different type of sides that really you need to put a ton of salt on them. So to try to get some flavor from it. But I mean, we still had fun. We still ate and, you know, we left, and I'm going for my favorite, which is Salsas. It's this Mexican place that I absolutely love because I could eat Mexican food every day if I absolutely could. It is my favorite. I ate a ton of it when I was pregnant. The hostess actually knew me by name because we went to the same one.
Is that the one you were telling me about, Jen?
Yeah, it's a place called La Napolera, and it's awesome. It has so many different types of things. So I made my way through their menu when I was pregnant, and then the hostess actually got pregnant a little bit after I started going there. So we always check on the babies and stuff, and it was like I just ate so much Mexican food, and what's funny is my daughter loves it now. Like we go out for tacos, we go out for different types of Mexican street food. She loves the corn with all the stuff on it. Like
Pilates.
I love
love
this. Oh my
it.
god.
God.
See, this happens every time I get on a live stream. I want tamales every time.
Keep
last
telling
last
you.
time it was Independent Joe's fault, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mrs. Independent Joe makes tamales, and he was like eating them for a few times.
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
love tamales. They're so good.
They are. They are. A friend of mine makes them. But they do like an assembly line. Like
Mhm.
the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
family gets involved. An assembly line style. Then they put them in the pressure cookers, and it's like, and she's like, if you want them, you got to come and get in the line because you got to make them. If you're gonna eat them, you got to help
Yeah.
make them.
That's the
Yeah.
thing; it's a lot of work. Like
It
you can't
is.
just be like, "Oh, we're gonna have tamales tonight for dinner," like and just make like that night's little order sort
Right.
of thing.
No.
Yeah, you have to make like 100 plus. It's just
Oh,
like you're
poor
just there, just like putting freaking masa and corn husks.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it's
Okay,
just
so
absolutely awesome.
Ben is asking we do a last call for the giveaway. We're going to close it up now. Ben, let me know how many entries we have. Looks like Tommy FD just sent something over. Make sure you get him in there. And let us know what we're looking at for numbers.
cool.
Sweet.
Yep. Thanks y'all for hanging out for my birthday. I
my
appreciate
gosh.
it. It means
This
a
was
lot.
so fun.
I know. This is awesome.
I
Now
can't
we
wait to
get to-
have you guys on the channel. I'm so stoked.
I know. I'm excited. I'm excited because I really want to taste what you sent. Because I trust what you sent, especially if
just-
you're going like for palettes and stuff
Oh.
like that. So
I just
My mistake.
I feel like she does a good job at picking like different profiles that are intros to those profiles.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like if you find one you like, then it really tells you, okay, this is a style of Scotch that I could get into, kind of thing.
yeah.
Oh, thanks, Adriana.
Okay,
That's so
Ben
sweet.
says, Ben
Yeah,
says
I-
there's some late entries, so we're going to close it in 5 minutes. Then in 5 minutes, we do have to shut it down because I'm coming off the end of a cold, and Jen's been doing a lot in the last few days. So we'll
Yeah,
give it
okay, I
5
just
minutes
looked
and then
up.
we'll wrap it up.
Oh, but that's good because Jerry Black, John T, Whiskey Food Dude, that this is giving them all time to
Awesome.
get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Story
So I
time is
just
here.
looked
Hello,
at-
cheers.
Well, we could
Oh,
do a
hey.
tamale party at Storytime's place. I set it up.
Tamale party.
Oh,
Oh, Deathless Dog is at 9:01.
Ooh, almost there.
he was at like 8
Awesome.
something when I subscribed, so we're getting there. That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm happy to
yes.
hear that. Oh, thanks, Trish. I appreciate you coming back.
Oh, so cool.
It
Very
is pretty
cool.
cool, Trish.
So I just looked at what I sent you guys. I'm actually really excited.
Oh, good. I
I
even
think,
better about it now.
I think you guys. So I didn't send you guys anything peated
Okay.
at all, and yeah, I think you guys you'll like hopefully at least one thing like from the flight. So okay, cool. I couldn't remember what I sent you guys, so I had to look it up. But
Heck yeah.
I've had
I'm actually
one,
very
so I
excited
can't
about
remember
it.
one.
I'm super excited.
yeah, and you sent me kind of what you had already tried before, so I was like, okay, I got to make sure you're not trying the same thing again because that kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah,
That's cool.
That'd be cool.
That's awesome.
so hopefully it's all new distilleries for you guys.
Yeah.
Which would be
Well, Scotch is completely new to me, so
like have
so-
you? So you've had like Johnny Walker Red, and then do you know anything else?
I had one other one. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it was
Uh-huh.
recommended from Ken from Scotch Down Under.
Oh, okay.
And so it was weird. So I liked it, but so hear me out. It was kind of like that musky gym sock
Mhm.
smell. But
Mhm.
for some reason, I kept going back and drinking it. So I didn't know if it was because I liked that weird smell or what it was. But
Yeah.
I finished my whole pour of it and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that wasn't bad. I'm like, but it was like a musky gym sock, but I couldn't figure, I didn't know if it was like, it was sitting in my nose, but like
So
I
it's
kept
like-
going back to it.
It's like when you keep looking back over like a car accident or like something
Right,
gross where
right.
it's like, I don't like this, but I can't help but keep looking at it.
Yes, and that's what it was. It was like I know that the
do I
smell
actually
should be off-putting because you're like musky gym sock, been hanging out in a bag for a bit, and then I'm like, but I keep on drinking it, and it was something in it that I liked that just past, I guess, the smell part.
Yeah,
But I can't really tell you what it was that I liked, but I finished it.
Oh
that's
crap!
awesome.
Bubble bath is thinking Springbank.
Yeah, so like off of just your description, I think it's a Campbelltown whiskey. There's this thing called Campbelltown Funk, which is kind of that like I really like Campbelltown whiskey, so that kind of funky like profile is up my alley. I didn't send you guys any Campbelltowns because it's some people like it, some people don't, so I wasn't sure for that, but that's like my favorite region in Scotland. So
You like the
and
Jim
Springbank
Stock
is one
region.
of those distilleries. They only have 3 distilleries there, which is kind of crazy.
Okay. That is
See,
crazy.
I did like Springbank 10. That was one that I liked. In fact, when I did, William did, Kira and I, before we had the channel, I was just doing Instagram. He did a little small flight of Scotch for us.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Springbank 10, I remember going, I like it. It seems a little light.
Oh, that's funny.
It's funny, right?
Yeah.
No, I did like it. It came in second, I think, on my flight. And I always forget what was first. I have no idea.
Oh, dang.
I'll have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
think
actually
we were like
peated.
a
So
That's
Oh,
weird.
really? The Springbank is peated?
yeah, so so
Really?
they have Hazelburn, which is not peated, and then they have Longrow, which is heavily peated, and then they have Springbank, which is kind of like in the middle. If I remember correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But from what I can tell, yeah, it's kind of like a turkey funk, but Scotch.
I like is like Uptown Funk, but soupy.
Yeah. There you go. Springbank
Bourbon
cast strength. Yeah.
called it.
Okay, so
The giveaway's
we have-
closed.
closed the giveaway.
All right.
What's the number, Ben?
Thank you, Ben.
Give it
Appreciate
to us. So I have not had local barley 10. Isaiah, no, I have not, unfortunately. But I would love it because for Claudia is the jam. I love it. Yeah, Kilkerran is wonderful. From Glengyle Distillery. That's another one on Campbelltown. So it's Glen Scotia, Glengyle, which makes Kilkerran, and then Springbank. Those are the only 3. So.
Yep. I think Stahl should definitely send Whiskey Shits the Women of Whiskey's leggings.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then that has to be on a live stream.
It cannot happen if there is not visual proof.
Yes.
As long as he doesn't wear them whenever Nick and I drop by. Or like if we come over and surprise him, which we've done before, if he doesn't just like open the door, he's like, actually, these are really
He's
comfy.
got like a coffee cup and he's in his tights. Like, okay. Hey, what's up, guys?
Pants.
The only thing that would be better is if he had the crop top hoodie that we sell as well.
Oh my God.
Oh
I
my
wore
God.
my badass Women of Whiskies hoodie to Gianna's swim class, and a guy behind me, he was like, "That's a really cool hoodie," and I'm like, "I have an Instagram channel. This is what it is. You should go check it out and
That's great.
go and subscribe
Okay.
to YouTube."
Remember, there's 39 entries,
Oh, there you go.
Ah,
There you go.
fantastic.
That's better.
and he's going to randomize 3 times. So, Shayla, go ahead and pick a number between 1 and 39.
Absolutely.
3.
3. Okay.
Okay, Shane, I have Glendronach in my glass right now. I just poured some for you. And it is good.
I am using my Women of Whiskies
Oh, there
Glen,
you go.
which is one of the
Ah,
op.
very nice.
Nice.
So
That's in the
this,
drawing tonight.
so this cigar blend is very tasty.
Yes.
Is
So
it?
I really enjoy that.
I had a sample of it once. I haven't seen a bottle around here.
Yeah, I've never seen one
I
here.
don't know where
Me
she's
neither.
got
Do
it.
you know what? Do you know which batch it is?
Let's see. It's batch 27.
Okay.
It's the straight bourbon whiskey finished in Armagnac, cherry, and cognac casks.
Does it have a goofy name? I know a lot of hers has like
No.
because I know the like Darth Vader blend won Mash and
Yeah.
Drum, or not won, but like that's like his favorite cigar blend.
Yeah, Cheech
so.
tried to get the Darth Vader blend. I think he missed out on that one. But he
Yeah.
was trying to get it. I know that he wanted to get that one because he
Yeah.
does enjoy it.
Yeah, it sounds like name aside, it was. Although I am wearing a Star Wars shirt actually right now, but
That's all right. I have Star Wars sweats and it's got the little Yoda on it and all that, and I like wear it out. I take it like to G to school in it. I'm like, you're good. You're just getting out of the car. You're fine.
It's all good. It's fine. I used to be like, I'm not going to walk my dog in my like pajama pants or sweatpants or anything because I live like in an apartment complex. And now I'm like, I don't.
I'd totally do it. Just do it.
I do it, and like
Yeah.
I don't even have a dog. I walk my mom's dog because I've like kind of taken over my mom's dog, and so I walk her all the time. And I'll go out and like because I work from home, so
Yeah.
it was like I was like pajama pants and shirt, and I'm out walking the dog. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
our
All
first
good.
winner is story time. Story time. If you're still in the chat, Shane, do you want a rocks glass, a Glen, or a T-shirt?
Oh, I have the rocks glass too over there.
Awesome, Shane.
Yay.
You are a wiener.
You are a wiener. Yep.
He's a wiener.
Accurate.
Absolutely.
So Shane, just let us know in chat which one you want, rock, Glen, or T-shirt, and then
Independent, yeah.
we'll go ahead and draw the next one while you're thinking about it. Whiskey Eye says to give him the tights.
If anyone gets the tights, I would really enjoy seeing a picture. Share it.
Okay, so Shane would like a Glen.
Nice.
So the next drawing is for either a rocks glass or a T-shirt. And Adriana, you want to pick that number?
Through 39, 27.
Ah, good number.
27.
Shane already has the tights. Well, Shane, I expect a picture, please. I do not believe you.
Yep.
Like I said,
Picture didn't happen. I want that on the Instagram.
not a visual. It didn't happen.
Yep.
I mean, can you like honestly think how society was before social media and cell phones and being able to take pictures like right as soon as something happens? Because like everyone wants proof now. It's like, oh, I was at this place and this happened. And when there was no social media or phones that took pictures, people really took your word like, oh, this huge event happened. And now it's like, oh, I didn't see anything online. Do you have pictures? Who else was there? Who can verify it? Like there's always like a 1,000 questions when something happens if you don't have a picture to prove it.
That's actually the annoying thing in a lot of like the whiskey, Facebook groups and stuff. It's like, oh, if you don't show the receipt, nobody's going to believe that, you paid MSRP or whatever kind of thing. And it's like, what do I have to prove to you? Like,
Yeah.
why would I be so lame to come on here and be like, oh yeah, I paid this much, and like.
But also you have to the way I look at it is there are people that have built relationships with different owners of proprietorships that sell whiskey and they have built these relationships. So sometimes they'll get like a store discount or, the owner. So they're going to give you a bottle at a cheaper price. So you can't always be like, well, show me the receipt. Because if it's below, then it's like, well, why did you get it below? It's like you don't understand like the kind of relationships that people build. And I think the only reason why I understand that is because the way Cheech has built his relationships with his stores around here as well.
Yeah.
And he does get some calls and it'd be like, oh, I got this, good one in or whatever. So I think those relationships are going to build. So I think like the whole show me how much you paid for it is like really lame.
Like regardless.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
also,
just like cheers them.
Another thing on the Women of Whiskey's face, but another bonus of there is I've never seen anybody be like, do you have the receipt to prove that you paid this much? Everybody's like, oh, awesome. Enjoy it. I hope you like it.
Right. Not
have
like,
you had it
to me, bro.
Yeah, like, whatever, that's crap.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I got it, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm one of those blessed people that there were no cell phones when I was in high school. There was, no social media. I think I was 27 when I got my first cell phone, the little flip phone that, I was blessed not to have a videography of everything I did in my stupid years.
Yeah.
I got a flip phone in college. I think it was capable of pictures, but I don't think and also they were all pictures of dogs that I took care. I worked at doggy daycares and
had the
dog sitting
pink
stuff.
Razor flip phone. So it was like the thin one. and it did take pictures, but they were so low resolution.
Exactly.
And then you couldn't like save them on your phone for very long because it took
Right.
up so much memory. So you
Yeah,
ended
you
up
had to
having
like delete messages and
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it
Yeah,
was
I had a pink, it was like from Sprint. It was like a pink flip phone. It was not a Razr. It was not cool. It was like, it looked so bad. But so I had to share it with my sister basically. And we were so thrilled to have a phone. We were like, I don't even care that it's pink. I hate pink, but I don't even care. And yeah, it was just amazing. And we didn't even do anything on it. We like texted people and it's like, it doesn't even, I don't know. It was a weird time.
It was like all you could do was text and make phone, like you couldn't Facebook or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
And texting took like 20 minutes.
took a while, yeah.
A, B.
Yeah.
The best phone that I had, and I actually still own it as a backup, like if everything went down, I have this like backup phone or whatever. And it's the I think it was Samsung Alias. It flipped both ways, but it had physical buttons. But the keyboards like also kind of had like the letters would change orientation. So it was like you could flip it like a phone and text that old school way, or you could flip it the other way. It was badass.
Okay. And like, what were they called? Sidekicks or something? Do you guys?
Oh yeah,
remember those?
sidekicks. Yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Congratulations, Independent Joe is number 27.
Yay! Congratulations.
That's
Joe, let us
awesome.
know if you would like to have the rocks glass or a T-shirt. If you're in here, are you still in here?
Jerry Black says his first cell phone was in a bag. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I remember my dad had a satellite phone, like the huge thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. He like did all kinds of like housework and stuff. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, I could like tap into any phone line and be able to call anywhere. I'm like, what?
Yeah. No, my grandparents had like a big one in a zip pouch, and like you would open it was like almost like a full phone. They'd pick out and you like put into your like cigarette lighter area in the car.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh.
Maybe that's what Jerry Black means by that it was in a bag.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
That was a pouch thing.
Yeah, because they used to live up north, so they got it because snow and snowstorms and stuff like that. So it was like they got caught or something like that. But it was pretty funny because my grandfather he zip open this big thing, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I gotta send a text message.
Hold on a second.
Wait,
let's go ahead and pick this final number so Ben can go to bed. Independent Joe says he would like the glass. So this will be for the T-shirt. Right. And Jen, it's your birthday. You pick the final number.
Oh, well, since this is the 19th, so I'm going to pick 19 since it is my day of birth. Thanks,
All
Mom.
Right. There we go.
So Shane, I think that the extra large, if you do the shimmy, I think you can get into them.
Oh yeah, the shimmy and the jet pull.
The singing. Oh yeah, and the pull too.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Although
I think he's a little bit flattering himself, thinking he needs an extra large. Just
well,
bubble bath bourbon. I'm pretty sure my dad still owns that thing. Like he just never throws anything away, and I'm sure he still has it in Puerto Rico. Like that thing will live forever.
I bet if you asked him, he'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, let me go find that for you."
Oh, he would. He would.
I got it in the spare room.
Oh, number 19 is Tim Evans.
Oh, yay!
Tim Evans ends up with our shirt. Congratulations.
Oh, I was stuck on really thinking somebody got the tights, and so I was like, "Oh, so he gets the rocks." It's like I like that.
We're gonna have to do that one of these times. We're gonna have to if we reach a certain number, we're gonna make shits wear tights in public.
Yes. I want him to lose a flight, and so then he had like a battle or whatever, and then he has to wear freaking tights in public.
Oh, guys, so I'm having them on the stream. I'm having Mike and Adam, so I can do you have to guess the age and the barrel it was in and the region or something, just for fun. And if maybe who will lose, and then that will be the punishment.
That is
it's not really a punishment, but that would be great.
That would be the reward.
I don't know if he'll agree to come on stream now, but
We'll do it.
We'll get him drunk and then get him to agree to
there
it.
we go. There we
That'll
go.
be
It'll
easy
fine.
enough.
Like, oh,
No
that'd be
worries.
great.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it'll be recorded on live stream. It'll be fine. So.
It'll be like a moment that goes down in history.
I just the crop top and the legging. I just want it all to happen. Like
Yep, the whole thing.
Oh.
It'd be hot.
that would be super great.
That has to become a thumbnail now for them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, that has to become a T-shirt.
yes.
I feel like DC could probably like Photoshop make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. DC is a master. Some of the
Yeah.
stuff he comes up with, I'm like, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
He's super creative. I don't even know. I mean, just let alone the Photoshop skills, but just like the actual idea of whatever he's coming up with is like, how did you think of this? That's great.
And a lot of times he'll have like little sneaky things in the background.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the more you look at it, it's like, wait a second, is that so and so back there doing this? Or,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's good.
I'll be honest, Shayla, if you make that happen, we will donate the crop top and the
Okay.
leggings.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. When they come on the screen, that's going to be the requirement.
Yes.
Oh,
That
goodness.
is fantastic. I so hope for that.
Oh
I
my
like
gosh.
also that it's just like Adam has to do this, but nobody's wanting Mike to have to do that.
You know what,
Sorry,
though? I
Mike.
think Adam he would probably strut a little more
Mhm.
Yeah,
than Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Adam would flaunt it.
Yeah. So I
Wait,
think
is Mr. Whiskey Shit's lady still in the chat? Because she's probably dying right now.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
let us know.
You can help make this happen.
Oh, it's so funny.
Well, Jen, I hope you had a good birthday. Ladies, thank you for helping me pull this off tonight. I appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for all the birthday wishes. I have felt very important and loved today, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Adriana and Shayla, for coming on the stream tonight. Adriana, I'm looking forward to next week. It's going to be interesting.
Perfect.
Shayla, you better.
I feel like I need to get into this now. I'm invested.
Yeah.
Go watch
Good.
it.
So we're going to suck you in all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Yeah.
nervous though, because like nightmares, but we'll
Do
figure
what
it
I
out.
do, stick with the solved crimes, only
Yes.
listen so you don't have the visuals.
There we go.
Like,
Yep.
And,
Okay.
Those are
and,
key.
and it'll be good. The solved ones are better and easier to take because you're not wondering if that person is still there.
exactly.
Yeah.
But if you do unsolved and you do them from like the 70s and 80s, a lot of times they're probably
Just do.
already
Criminals at
dead.
least dead.
That's a
You
good
don't have
way
to worry about
go.
them.
There you
If
go.
you want to go down that route, there is a rabbit hole for a bunch of stuff, but definitely tune in next
Oh,
week,
I'm
Shayla.
gonna tune in. I'm like excited, and it'll
Oh,
be cool
awesome.
because that'll be like a dip my toe in the pool kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You dip your toe in true crime with us. I'll dip my toe in Scotch with you.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
That's awesome.
What a trade-off.
So I guess we will see everybody next week for Criminals and Cocktails with Adriana. We're going to be featuring, the cocktail we're doing is featuring they call it a coffee whiskey. I think it's technically a liqueur. We're going to make a cocktail with that. They're from a local distillery here in Idaho.
Yes.
And they have a great story with women. She's a country music singer. And so it's kind of a neat thing. We're going to do that as well as the John Wayne Gacy
Yes.
Such a good one.
crime.
It is.
And I don't know what that means,
totally
but
blanked
I'm
out
down.
Yeah, so it's a cocktail to go with the true crime. It's a drunken bean. Is that
The
correct?
drunken
Michelle?
bean, yeah.
Drunken bean.
And I have a
it's-
few different cocktails I'm going to send over to you, Jen, and you can take a look at them since you're the
Cool.
cocktail queen and decide what you want to do.
Yep. And I'll do the video and we'll have the bottle and everything in there for the distillery because I think the distillery is also going to put up there that it's going to be out. So that will also help out the Women of Whiskeys as well. So definitely look for that because that will be coming soon.
Yep. So we'll see you guys all next Wednesday. Don't forget to hit the like on your way out. We do have our Patreon up. If you want a chance to vote on what crimes we do in the future, our lowest tier in Patreon all the way up to the top tier, they all get a vote. So
This
that
one's voted
is
on.
one of the perks for being in a low tier. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Adriana, Shayla, thanks
Yes.
for helping
Thank
me do
you.
this.
Thanks
You guys,
so much
thank
for
you so
making
much.
it happen.
I
Happy
appreciate it.
birthday.
Yeah. Happy
All right.
birthday.
Thank you. You guys
Good
have a
night,
good night.
everyone.
All right, you too. Night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.